Mirë se vini miq në Real People. Do të kemi një tjetër intervistë sot, një tjetër takim së bashku I ditës së shtunë në orën 18:00 për t'ju sjell një histori tejet të veçantë për Shqipërinë. Ndoshta për një pjesë të botës, sidomos atë të Azisë së Largët, jo dhe aq. Në këtë orë ju mund të ishit duke qëndruar zgjuar, duke parë televizorin, por për ata të cilët do të intervistojmë sot, që rruga I ka sjell në Shqipëri, duhet ishin duke fjetur pas mbylljes së ritualit të meditimit të fundit ndaj Zotit të tyre, Krishna. Do të ulemi për të bërë një bisedë me ta, besoj që do të jetë një bisedë interesante për të kuptuar nga besimi, po dhe çfarë I solli në rrugët e Shqipërisë këta tre murgj, të cilët unë I takova dhe do t'i sjellim në këtë intervistë së bashku. Hyni brenda. Kjo është shtëpia e tyre.
Hare Krishna.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It's late. For you it's a bit late, right?
Late.
What should I do? Should I just leave my shoes here?
If you want to go here, yes, leave your shoes down.
Okay.
Here. Yep. Welcome in our home.
Okay. Kjo është shtëpia e tyre. Oh.
Be careful here.
Yeah. So this is your home, guys.
Yes.
Let's say it's a bit small.
It's a bit small, but now we are four here. Usually we are only three, so that's manageable.
Okay. Three monks, or you were just the monk?
No, all of us are monks.
All of you.
I am the senior monk, and they are little junior.
What is your name?
My name is Sankirtan Das.
Sankirtan Das. You are from?
I am from Czech Republic originally.
Czech Republic originally?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you started to be part of this religion?
That was almost 25 years ago, in 1999, so that means 24. I was 17, 16 that time, so I was interested in something higher, deeper in my life.
Okay.
I didn't want to end up like everyone else, just going to job and waiting for holidays for maybe 2-3 weeks in a year, and working for buying necessary things. I just felt that must be much more to life than this. So I was searching through different philosophies, reading different books, and finally, after 1 year of searching, I came to books about Krishna, like this one. It's Bhagavad Gita. It's the original scripture of Indian knowledge, like the Holy Book of India, like an Indian Bible, we can say, or something like that. Bible of Yogis.
Bible of Yogis.
The original book of yoga and meditation. And I have learned there, I started to read, and after like 3-4 pages, I was thinking, this is it. This is where I belong to.
Really?
It was very
Just
quick.
After some pages
I felt like this is my home. And no other book, I have read many different schools, philosophies, religions, could answer my questions, life questions. They're about the importance or meaning of life and these kind of questions, such good as this knowledge given here.
What have you heard before about meditation, before you started to practice
Actually,
this?
I didn't hear much. And I considered everybody who was meditating as I was thinking, these are strange people. I do not want to meditate anytime in my life. Actually, my first motivation was to become good at school.
Okay.
So with my friend, we started to search some books about how the brain works. And then we came to this consciousness, subconsciousness, Silva method of, different levels of consciousness. And through that, we came to yogis and meditation. And we said, I do not want to be a yogi or meditationist, because these are strange people. But if that will help me to become more smart, I will use this.
Okay. So you thought to use that only to become more smart?
Yes.
Okay.
But then I started to, something was developing in my heart, some desire to find the final truth. What is the real truth? I mean, search for absolute truth came to my mind. So I was searching for more and more and more. And finally I said, actually, this makes sense. All of these things about meditation, yoga.
But before, what was your family religion?
I mean, it's common mix today. It was Christian mixed with atheism.
Okay. I see.
You know, so
Yeah.
my grandmother was, grandparents were Christians. My parents were more like atheists.
First of all, staying in this position is very hard.
Difficult for you.
Yeah, it's difficult.
So you can move as you like, but you can't really stand here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I cannot stand here like.
But you can do like this.
Yeah, but you are used to say like this.
Yeah, we can say sit like this for hours.
For how many hours?
I don't know, maybe 2, 3.
Really? Why did you come in Albania? If I can ask you
Yeah, of
before we
course.
go to further and deeper to the interview.
Actually, we came because I will show you. Here is our storage.
Okay.
You see, full of books. So we came here because this year, this book was printed, Libre na Shqip, par yoga dhe meditimin për shpirtin.
So you've learned Albanian too?
Yeah, few sentences. Unë jam Murgu, mësues yoga.
Whoa!
Okay.
For how long have you been practicing it?
Maybe 1 week.
1 week? No, you are a fast learner.
Yeah, just few sentences. So this is a book which was translated into Shqip, into Albanian, and this year printed. So we came because we, as Hare Krishnas, Albania is probably, I don't know if only or maybe one of few countries where there is no center of Hare Krishna in Europe.
Okay.
So we don't have any base. So we wanted to share with people this spiritual knowledge. So finally we got some good translator. We managed to translate this book. And we came here actually just to distribute these books in the streets for some donation from people so we can print another publication.
We will see how it will go in the future, if Albanians will get...
Yeah, actually we have
adapt
some
to your faith.
already thoughts in our mind. We would
Okay.
like to open a center here.
If I become part of your religion, what is the first step
First step which you should do to
Yeah.
become a member.
to become a member?
First step is start to read these books to really understand what is it about. So you do not join just sentimentally, but you really understand the philosophy, the knowledge. So you do it really with your true understanding. It's important that one studies the scripture. This is one of the first things. Second thing is that one should start to chant the mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And in this way, this is our main process of purification or God's realization to chant His holy name. Then you will start naturally to follow some specific rules which are there for those who are members of our society, of our religion, we can say. There are certain rules which we require everyone should follow if he's serious adept.
Tell me more about the rituals.
What do you mean exactly by the ritual?
I mean, is that your real name?
I consider it my real name,
Your real
but
name.
it's not the name
was-
which I got from my parents.
Yeah. That was a good answer. So how did you get that real name, not from your parents?
Yeah, that's when the adept or the devotee of Krishna is serious, he will accept the initiation from a spiritual master. So he will become a disciple of a spiritual master who is a representative of Krishna.
Okay.
He is more advanced soul and he can guide us in our journey. And Krishna recommends that in his Bhagavad Gita that spiritualist will accept initiation from the spiritual master and he can guide him gradually towards Krishna. So when we accept this initiation, that I have to promise to spiritual master that I am going to follow 4 regulative principles. That means no illicit sex. This is any sex outside of marriage, which is not meant for procreation.
Okay.
Of course, I live as a monk, so I don't have a wife. That means no sex.
Okay.
Then no meat, no eggs, no fish. This is the second rule.
Only vegetables.
So vegetarian food
Vegetarian.
and cow milk. We
Okay.
accept cow milk.
Okay.
And then no intoxication. That means no alcohol, no drugs, no smoking, anything.
Yeah.
and And we also do not drink tea. I mean the black tea or
you don't drink
coffee,
black tea?
you know, because it's also blocks the mind from to be able to properly meditate.
Meditate, okay.
So
And the fourth?
And the fourth is no gambling.
Is it hard to keep all those four main points of
depends
your religion?
on, if we speak generally, it's difficult. Therefore, our movement does not have so many members as it could have if we will become a little loose, especially with the sex principle. Because for many people, it's a little challenge to follow this, and it requires a really serious desire to do the thing properly.
That's one of the things I wanted you to ask. Is it hard to stay without having sex?
Yeah, of course, it's a challenge, but we have our methods how to survive that.
Really? How?
Yeah, of course, we keep us company of other monks, so we are together. So that gives us strength, and we have something which we call the higher taste. Higher taste.
Okay.
So when you get higher taste from your spiritual practice, then you don't have a taste for something lower.
Okay.
You see? So, for example, if you have some very delicious food, which is just perfect, and somebody goes there with some bread with something, like you are not like, I want to eat this, because you have something better.
Okay.
So this is material example. But in any spiritual practice, if the practitioner is very sincere in his effort to serve God, be in contact with God, study about God, think about God, like that, so of course he will get some spiritual pleasure, some bliss. And this bliss helps a person to come over these things.
We started to talk about Krishna
Yes.
and the religion, but I want to understand more. This is the part of Hinduism, Buddhism, so I want to know more why Krishna.
So we are very much different from Buddhism. We could say we are much more closer to other religions like Christianity or Islam than to Buddhism.
Closer?
From one perspective, the most important perspective.
Okay. Which
that
is?
means we accept there is one God.
Okay.
He is a creator. He is a father of all living beings. He is the one who we are supposed to worship, and he is the source of everything. And there is one Lord. In Buddhism, there is no concept of God.
I see.
It's like atheism, as we spoke before.
I see. And the nature being not...
Nature, like, and what we have common with Buddhism, on the other side, is that we accept the concept of reincarnation. So Buddhism, of course, comes from the similar tradition, but just deleted God. And we are different from Hinduism, as it is understood generally, that we do not worship many gods. Hinduism usually is known for worshiping different gods, many different small gods, big gods, and everything is just same considered. We accept the same personalities which are there in Hinduism, like Ganesh, Shiva, Durga.
Do you accept those?
We accept that they are existing, but we do not accept them as good or as big as God.
Being a monk for so many years and doing this life on a van, you never miss a hotel, you never miss...
Hotel?
Yeah.
I never stayed in a hotel.
Really?
I stayed in some simple, when I am in India, we sleep in some simple hotels, but it's not really a hotel, it's a guest house. I mean, it's just a room with some small wooden bed.
But someone would ask you, where do you find the money to eat?
Money?
Yeah.
Yeah, when people take a book, they give us small donation.
Oh, I see.
So usually the donation covers the printing of the book and something extra.
I see.
So we can put the fuel into our car, so we can have, for example, new dhoti, new dress, some simple food like this. But we live quite simple lives. So our expenditure is not as big as of general people. Another thing is we also have our sponsors. our society is not made only out of monks. There are also people who just do a normal job.
Yeah.
And part of that money, they want to support monks, of course, because they do important work, important job in the society.
Tell me about the painting and
Painting on the forehead and
yeah,
nose,
and
the beads.
And the beads.
Like this.
Yeah.
So this is called tilak. It's a specific mark actually in India. It's a part of the dress, and you can recognize to which school one belongs to according to what kind of mark he has on the forehead. So this one straight up is for those who worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who worship God, the Creator, Krishna, Vishnu, and it actually is painted by the clay from Ganges.
Okay.
It looks like this. You put little water,
Okay.
you make some paste, and then you put it here. And we put it on 12 parts of our body. And one of the meanings is that this like symbolizes the temple of the Lord.
I see.
So we make these marks to remind ourselves and invite the Lord, this is your temple. You are here and you are the owner of this body.
Okay.
And we are only servants here. And these beads, we all have 3 lines. Newcomers have 1 line. So when we are being initiated from spiritual master, we are giving these vows, then the spiritual master is vowing that he will guide us on the spiritual journey for the rest of the life. And there is a symbolic, he will give us the 3 lines, and that symbolizes we already got initiated and we got spiritual name.
So that's your spiritual.
Before that I was Lucas. I was wearing 1 line of these beads.
Yeah.
And after I got initiated, I got the name, spiritual name Sankirtan Das. And I got 3 lines like this. Das means servant. So this is part of every name. He is Markandeya Das, he is Padmalochan Das. And the name itself reminds us of either the Lord or some very advanced holy sage who was very much devoted and dear to the Lord.
Why you are only allowed to drink cow's milk?
Yeah, cow's milk is because generally we accept that for body to function, you need a kind of energy or protein coming from animals. But the civilized way is to get it through the form of milk when you do not hurt the animal. And this milk is considered very, very important and good source of energy for humans. And actually it's just processed blood, but you get it in very human way.
You call the milk the processed blood?
We don't call it, but
yeah,
I just telling this that you get the same nourishment as you if you eat meat. So when you have cow milk, you have everything.
Because the cow is very devoted to the Indian culture.
Very much. Because she is considered a mother, because she gives us milk. Our own mother gives us milk when we are like 1, 2, 3 years old. And for the rest of the life, cow is giving us milk.
Why here in Farka?
We just search for some place which will be peaceful.
Okay. And you think Farka it has a good energy?
That was the first thing we found here, and it was good. So it was nice. It's peaceful. I mean, people come, boys, girls, play some music till the end of
next to you.
Next to us, that's there. But it's better than to sleep.
It's very dark here. Yeah. Guys, it's very dark in here. So usually the new couples use those dark places for some
yes,
games.
For some adventure.
So you find it the most temptation location.
Yeah, it's close to the water, so we can take bath. And
you take bath at the lake?
Either in the lake, or there is a little tap just close by with good water, so we just shower ourselves.
Do people see you like?
We actually never
met someone.
No, they maybe see us, but we don't mind because we are never naked. Okay. Even when we bath, even when we bath in bathroom, we are never naked. We always have some kind of cloth around our waist till knees, so we can do our bath.
Did they see you, for example,
Oh, you mean like this?
Yeah, see you like this, getting a bath at the lake and thinking maybe.
No, because we are bathing at 4 o'clock in the morning, so there is nobody at the time.
Oh my God. Why wake up at 4 a.m.? It's very much early.
Yeah, it's even better to wake up at 3 a.m. But we have a lot of things to do during the day, so we are a little tired, so we wake up at 4.
Yeah.
We call this time in scriptures, it is described by the name Brahma Muhurta. This is a very auspicious time, just shortly before the sunrise. The time is very much auspicious for spiritual practices. Actually, whole morning till like 8, something like this, it's very auspicious before the world will get into its passion. So that time is calm, it's calming the mind, and after the bath and everything, the mind is peaceful, so we can concentrate on our spiritual practices. So we chant mantra, we study scripture, we sing together for the Lord, like that in the morning. So we do this for 2, 3, 4 hours. Then we have our breakfast, and then we go in the street to share the knowledge with people, like that.
You were telling me something before about the fire.
Yeah, we have some things which is
around the fire.
Traditional in India, the fire sacrifice, which is not our main ritual.
Okay.
It's a supplementary thing.
Okay.
But in scriptures it is described that if you properly invite the Lord, he can come into the fire, which will represent him. And for example, in front of the fire, we are giving our vows to spiritual master, and priest is doing we call it yagya. It's called sacrifice. So there is a fire which represents, by mantras, the Lord is invited into the fire. So the fire represents the Lord. And to please the Lord, there are specific things which you offer into the, like grains and some other, like purified butter. Okay. You put it into the fire.
Ghee.
And ghee. Yeah. You know ghee? Yeah. You know this word? It's a Sanskrit word. It's
really?
Indian word, yes. Yeah. Becoming famous in West, but actually it's coming from...
In Albania, our grandmothers used to do, in India they call it ghee,
yes,
but in Albania we called the purified butter.
Yeah, we also call it like this in Czech. It was quite common around the world.
Very
but
common.
The ghee is in Indian name.
Okay.
So this is very much big part of the sacrifice. It's put into this fire.
You put ghee into the fire.
And
what
the
else?
priest is singing specific mantras, which celebrate the Lord, offering different things.
And you just stay like
and
that, or
you stay, and you just watch. Or for example, we sing the Hare Krishna mantra.
Okay.
And at the end of the sacrifice, we stand up, dance a little bit around the fire, circumambulate 3 times, and that's it.
Interesting. What do you have here?
So, of course, as we are traveling in the van,
okay,
we are not in our regular place of home, where we have a temple and like that. So we keep some pictures of Krishna here. Krishna lives in spiritual world, and the world is much more beautiful than this world. Okay. This world is very nice. He's created by God. This is like the original world, and this world is like a shadow of the original world.
Oh, I see.
So there is similar things are here, but they are a little crooked. You know, the love here, it's a little crooked. We love, then we don't love, then we hate, like that. But love in spiritual world is towards God, and it's perfect. It's pure. It's just bliss. And there is, you know, there are activities, but there is still always little problem with our activities, with our body. Sometimes the knees, there is some pain, but in spiritual world, there is no pain in the knee. Okay. You know, sometimes we are confused what to do today. I mean, how to solve the situation. In the spiritual world, there is no confusion. Everything is like perfectly arranged. So this world's like, it's like a reflection of upside down
the
beautiful original world of God.
I see.
Spiritual world.
Do you think that you will go there after death?
We are doing as much as possible towards that goal. So if Krishna will take us, we hope to go there.
Okay.
And if not, we will continue to serve him next life.
Who were you before?
I don't know. Somebody, well, not very good probably.
Because you still live here.
Yes.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah,
you got it right.
I got it. Oh my God. But you never do a meditation to understand the tradition. Oh my God, that's a hard word.
Transcendental.
Transcendental meditation to understand who you were in the world before.
That's not so much important for us. Important is what will be the future, not what is the past. We can speculate, and many people go for, you know, this hypnotic regression, and then always come with oh, I was the king, I was the queen, I was this and that, but nobody was something ordinary.
Maybe even
I've done that.
And good.
I was a woman.
Okay,
God.
ordinary woman. But or Cleopatra. Queen Cleopatra or ordinary woman? Just ordinary.
ordinary one.
Like 14th century, I guess.
Okay.
Because I could see the objects.
Okay.
And this is my next life after I died there.
Interesting.
I had a really long journey.
So yeah, we don't really focus on this.
But
Because this
don't
is-
you want to know what was your sin that led you to be in this world and not go to the most beautiful world?
But
Because
we
if
have
you
been-
say that you reincarnate,
we have been here for millions of lives, probably. So if I know one life before, what is so much big thing? Because there was life before, and 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 it could be in other species of life also,
Okay.
not only human. It could be an animal. Animals are also having souls.
do you believe that the bad can come into somebody's soul? Like, for example, in Christianism and in Islam, when I say the bad can come to someone, for example, the exorcism,
You mean the spirits or ghosts?
the spirits or ghosts
Yeah,
get into
there's-
somebody's body.
Yeah, they are there. It's considered in Shastra not a good time to speak about ghosts during the evening, night, and these times, because they have the power, especially at these times. But anyway, it's enough light, do you hear?
My God.
It is said that 3 kind of species come when you start to talk or think of them. This is ghosts, snakes, and women. And ghosts are the best in this.
Really? And who are the worst? Tell me. Tell me who are the worst.
I'm telling they are the quickest.
Oh, I see.
Because they have the subtle body, so they are not limited. So they are just by thought are moving. You know?
I see.
So they can come just by thought.
So you never should think of
And they are not stopped by anything like this.
I see.
You know, they are not stopped by walls. You know, from snake, the wall can be help.
Yeah.
From woman, maybe it can also help sometimes.
If they don't box.
But from ghosts. So ghosts are also described in the traditional our scriptures. I mean, in Vedas.
Okay.
They are described, they exist, and they can sometimes haunt the person. And then there are specific people who can help that person to get rid of those ghosts. As you say, there are exorcists in traditional Christianism.
So even in this religion, there are also some rituals who can get somebody's
Yes.
bad soul from.
Yeah. So that means exactly ghost is another soul like we are.
Mhm.
You know, we are souls,
Yeah.
but they don't have the physical body
Why?
because it's a kind of punishment. For example, often it is said in Shastra that, for example, if you commit a suicide, you become a ghost because this body is not, you did not create this body.
I see.
So it's considered sinful to commit suicide. So when you kill yourself, you will become a ghost for some time.
What is the biggest sin in your religion?
To kill a person who is devoted to God.
I see.
And then to kill a cow because she's our mother. Any killing is considered extremely bad. But of course, to kill a human, it's more serious than to kill an animal.
Do you have a temple, the main or divine temple, like mostly some religions have? And do you have a leader?
There are several holy places which are very important for us. This is like the place where Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. This is Vrindavan. It's in North India, close to Delhi, like 150 kilometers from Delhi. This is one very, very holy place which we worship, and when we go to India, we go there to pray, and it's considered a holy land.
Okay.
So this is like the main one for us.
I see.
And the person for us in Hare Krishna movement, it's Srila Prabhupada here. He is the author of all the books, and he is the person who brought knowledge out of India to spread it all over the world. So he is our main spiritual master, like a main representative of Krishna. He's not anymore in this world, but he was.
Do you see the news?
Time to time.
Time to time.
Yeah, just general titles.
There are wars,
Of course,
happening.
all the time.
One of the most commented right now is Israeli and Palestine in Gaza.
Palestine.
So, how do you see a war? What do you think
War is
about
war.
a war?
People hate each other and then kill each other. It's a very bad thing. But it will be there in the world. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, this world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam, is full of miseries and is temporary. Everything in this world is temporary. Your body is temporary. Your hunger is temporary. You know, this car is temporary. Everything is temporary. Our lives are temporary, of course. And so many other things, relationships. And this world is also full of miseries. There is also some happiness, but misery is sure. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Misery is sure. That will come sooner or later. So this is how this world is. And people, because they forgot that they are all brothers and sisters, they consider and they themselves, I am Czech, I am Albanian, I am this, and that means I am better than you, and you are something different, so I have to fight with you. This is like cats and dogs. This is not this is very low consciousness. This is very bad. So this is the lack of consciousness of God. The fights come from people who hide themselves behind religion or behind something else. Even if we consider that person who is from another religion to be lower than us, at least we should see him with compassion, not with anger. We just kind of try to tolerate each other at least.
Anytime fights?
Fights? Yeah, we have sometimes like some wrestling match. I mean, some for fun.
Really?
Yeah. It's for monks, two kind of sports are recommended. One is wrestling and one is swimming.
You do them both. Do you have your relatives? Any sibling, brother, sister?
We all have, but they are not Hare Krishnas.
They are not Hare Krishnas.
But my parents, they come regularly, they help, they support.
Really? Did they support you?
In the beginning, not. They are very, very much worried that I am going to be a member of dangerous sect and that they will not see me anymore in the future. But after some years, they understood it's, you know, the son is still our son. He regularly sees us and he's not becoming like brainwashed zombie or something.
They thought you were being brainwashed?
They just had fear because they didn't know what's going on.
What was going on?
Because the propaganda was like this, you know, dangerous sects are there in the world coming from the West, you know, this and that, and they will commit suicide or something, I don't know. But now they are coming regularly to our farm, they are helping, they are sponsoring things, they bought 2 houses there for devotees.
So they are supporting you?
Yeah.
And your siblings?
The brothers, they live their own lives.
Okay.
One is in Canada, one is there in Czech, they have their own 4 lives. We are like, time to time, meet each other, but not very regularly. We have different worldview and different missions in our lives. So when we meet, we of course, when I visit parents, I see also my brother, but there is not so much to really speak about because my life is completely different and his life is also completely different. So there is no common ground on which we can really, so that it does not have anything together that it's brother or someone else.
What is the main question he does to you? Or the most?
You don't ask me anything.
He doesn't? He has no curiosity.
He's
not as much as I am.
No, not at all. He's just telling time to time, okay, I have to visit you sometime on your farm.
And that's
I will
all.
come,
And
that's it.
Never comes.
He came once to the temple in Brno. He came once or twice to visit me with his girlfriend and the younger brother also.
During the day, do you pray?
Any free time, any gap, we fill it with our prayer or mantra. So, for example, where we are in the streets and approaching people, in between people, we just silently say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, please help me to share with people this knowledge, you know, to give them some chance to also know you, like this. So anytime we driving, so we sing
What are
Hare Krishna.
those? What is that?
Okay, so finally we came to the objects which you
Yeah.
asked about
Yeah.
1 hour ago.
Yeah.
Okay, these are some simple musical instruments
Okay.
which we use to during our worshiping Krishna through this mantra song. Yeah. So as I told you, there are 2 ways to chant the mantras. One is just you repeat without any melody. You just repeat and focus on the sound. And the other one is you do it together with others.
And what do you think? Where do you go when you do that kind of meditation with mantra?
You focus on the sound.
That's all.
And of course you focus and your attitude is, please Krishna, I want to be your servant. Please clean my heart so I don't have any other desire than to serve you. The name of Krishna is Krishna. So when the mantra is being chanted, Krishna is present. The Lord is present in the form of the sound, spiritual sound.
Interesting.
So in this, when it's being chanted, so the place is considered very holy.
We can be part of that,
course.
even though we are
Yeah,
not.
no, of course. We also chant publicly. It's very auspicious for every soul. So this sound is reaching the soul and giving some beneficial effect.
Okay. But don't you have the beats?
I have the beats, but
You don't use them?
no. This is for personal chanting.
Ah, only for personal.
This one,
Yes.
this
oh,
one,
I see.
we use
That's
for-
why you told me not to touch them.
this is a
I
personal
see.
thing. So in the morning or any time in the day, when I have a time, I will chant this. We keep it in this small, how to say? Bag, pouch. Yeah. And to keep the this in on a clean, don't touch it to unclean places. So like this we protect it,
Okay.
and we pray like this: Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare, and like this continue. So this we do when we do our personal prayer. And when we do Kuda together, this is without this.
And how long is that?
It's quite long. It's not unlimited. It's 108 beats.
8. So
And
you
every-
do that
And every day
and
I
that
do
mantra every
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 day,
beat.
every beat, one mantra. There's 108 mantras. It's one round, and
Okay.
I do every day. We do minimum 16
16.
rounds. So that means 16 times 108 mantras.
Nice.
It takes
So you-
around 2 hours.
You more do that mantra than you eat during the
Of course,
day.
This is the food for
This
the
is
soul.
food for the soul. And why do you use that robe of orange?
Orange symbolizes renunciation, and it's specifically meant for celibates, for monks.
Okay.
And our other members, which are having families, they usually wear white color.
Diskutimet mbi besimin janë gjithnjë interesante e njëkohësisht kërkojnë mendjen e hapur për të pranuar atë që është ndryshe nga ty, apo që mendon apo beson ndryshe, ashtu si vetë Sankirtan Das shprehet. E për t'ju afruar sa më shumë jetës së një murgu, nuk mund të mos isha pjesë e ritualit të këndimit për të qenë më pranë Krishnas apo Zotit të tyre.
So when you do that, you are connected now to?
And now you must say Om Keshavaya Namaha.
That's hard.
Om.
Om
Om
Keshavaya
Keshavaya
Namaha.
Namaha.
Yes.
That means
Om
I bow
Keshavaya
down to
Namaha.
the Lord Keshava. It's another name of Krishna.
Okay. Om Keshavaya
Namaha.
Namaha.
Very good. Very good. And now shaving head.
And now to the lake. Now let's
Sing, yeah? Little
Sing.
bit of mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
E mbyllëm intervistën, ka qenë një intervistë e gjatë, po kemi mësuar më shumë për këtë besim edhe nga jeta e këtyre murgjëve të cilët kanë zgjedhur të besojnë te Krishna, edhe të pranojnë cilin do pa e paragjykuar, duke dhënë mesazhe të forta, shumë të forta madje sot në Real People. Unë bëra pjesë kësaj falje, këtij rituali, i cili ishte shumë i veçantë edhe e mbyllim dhe për sot Real People. Kështu që takojmë në puntatën e radhës. Faleminderit që qëndruat edhe sot. Ciao. Për të mos humbur asnjë prej intervistave në Real People, bëni subscribe në kanalin e Euronews Albania.